This is Baggies View. Coming up, Albion back in the automatic promotion spot. New boy Ben Watson looks ahead to the trip to QPR. And Chris Lepkowski fields your question. Hello and welcome to Baggies View. Well, after 2 weeks of technical difficulties, I'm delighted to say that we're joined in our Fort Dunlop studios this week by our man at the Albion, Chris Lepkowski. Welcome, Chris.
All right.
It was good to have you back, finally.
It's good to be back.
Just a brief touch on, Albion this week have got a very rare midweek break. I believe it's their first since the start of the year.
Yeah, they had a few Monday and Friday games in January, but pretty much the first midweek they've had off since the turn of the year. So they've had a few days off. There's a few internationals who have gone away with their countries, but the manager's given them a few days to just recharge the batteries, really.
And looking back on the weekend, it was a perfect result, really, to bounce back from that FA Cup defeat the week previous, wasn't it?
Yeah, not a great performance, if I'm honest, but they showed a lot of character. Substitutions actually changed the game in many ways. James Morrison, who played very well when he came on. Simon Cox obviously scored the third goal. But Chris Brunt really sort of emerged after a quite sort of lean spell recently, came in and did really well.
And of course, Chris, it's QPR up next for Albion, who of course will be lifted by the Neil Warnock factor. And as he has with most clubs, he's got a bit of history with the Baggies as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, the timing couldn't be worse in many ways, because we all know that Neil Warnock's one of these managers. He thrives against Albion. He likes stopping them play. Whenever he brought his Palace team or Sheffield team to the Hawthorns, he's one of the few managers who managed to actually get one over them. We all remember him for the Battle of Bramall Lane and some of the incidents in that game, which were a little bit unsavoury, to put it mildly. So he will thrive on that. He will love the attention. He will love the abuse he'll get from Albion fans. He'll give QPR a lift, I suspect, and it's become a tougher game for Albion than it was a few days ago, definitely.
Ben Watson, of course, knows all about Neil Warnock from his days at Crystal Palace. And we caught up with him to look ahead to this Saturday's game at Loftus Road.
Until you've played under him, you don't realise. But, as I say, I had 18 fantastic months under him, and I probably played my best football under him. So, he'll get the lads right up for it. But, it's not about QPR, it's not about Neil Warnock, it's about West Brom. And, on a day, we can beat anyone.
So, Chris, that was the views of Ben Watson there, and we're turning to our viewers' emails here, and we've had one in from an angry season ticket holder in the Birmingham Road End, and he wants to know what was all this about Jonas Olsson and his confrontation, we call it.
Yeah, I suspect he's not the only angry Albion fan. Jonas, there's something eating away at Jonas at the moment. He's not been his usual self on the pitch. He has lashed out a few times at fans this season. He did it 3 times on Saturday recently. I think he's been stung by criticism at himself, at his teammates, and it just boiled over. And there was an incident at the end of the game where he gave the thumbs down to the fans. Some fans are claiming the gesture was worse than that. He's denied that. We have asked him. It's just very unfortunate, really.
Another email here, Ian from Rowley Regis. He's just wondering what the update is on any potential incomings.
Yeah, there were a few players who were speaking to last week. Something almost happened Friday, didn't materialise. The club are obviously that things are wound down at the moment for a couple of days because of the time off. I wouldn't be surprised to see a defender, right back in particular, coming later this week. There's a couple of options. They've got 2 or 3, I believe. There's one in particular they'd like out of those 3, but as yet nothing has been agreed with anyone.
Thanks, Chris. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you the same time next week.